Right, so here's something really nifty, which I hope I'm going to be able to explain properly. Let's have a crack. So we're red, we're 7, 8 to 11. In other words, we're 4 away, 3 away from the desired match score victory point. Right? So we might look at this position and see that we're 19 pips up, and because we're 4 away, 2 points are going to do us good. We should be doubling. Okay, fine. But if we're yellow in this position, are we going to be taking? And maybe intuitively we might think, oh, it could be close to a pass because he doesn't want to give us 2 points. And then we'll go 9, 8 to 11. We'll be 2 away. So maybe he should be passing. So let's have a look what the computer thinks. And you can see that the computer thinks it's a reasonably sized double, but it's still a take. Although it's small, it's still correct to take. Now, what I want to do is try and illustrate a concept by changing the score in this same position, whereby we will be 8-7, we will be 3 away, our opponent will be 4 away. So intuitively, you might, or you might not, you might think that, hold on, we're not as inclined to cube at this score as we would be at the previous score I showed you. So when I click plus, the computer's going to show that it's not quite a double and it's going to be a very easy take, obviously. Right? No. What? Hold on. What's going on? Okay, so this is the key concept. It's to do with dead cube and live cube. So I might have harped on about this in a previous video, but probably didn't explain it very well. So firstly, to notice that we are seeing that this is a comfortable pass. So we can see we've got 23.29%, but it's a pass by 0.138. So we can interpolate that yellow probably needs 25% to take here. There are no gammons in the position, so we can almost disregard them. Now back to this concept of dead cube and live cube. Here we go. Let me try and get this over. When we put up cube information, which is Control Alt K, or you can get it from the drop down menu by going on to Analyze, you will see 2 figures. We're concentrating on yellow here. Now, this dead cube figure is what you get when you work out this equation, which you might or might not know, which is risk over risk plus reward. And if you do that, you will get 15 over 43. Oops. You will get 15 over 43. I won't go into why, but maybe most of you or some of you will know this, which I hope we can see is going to be above 30%. So hopefully that's what you get with this figure. But what's the problem with these match equity calculations is that they only give you this dead cube figure. And like it says, that presumes that the side who is taking the cube will have no opportunity to use the cube whatsoever. Now, clearly, in most positions, the side that's taking the cube will be able to use it. What does that mean? That means that his take point will have some element of this much lower figure, i.e. he will only need to have a much lower amount of winning chances to take the cube, and that will it will be closer to his live cube take point. So in practice, depending on how many efficient cubes, let's say, the side taking can get in, the figure that the side can take with will be somewhere between the live cube and the dead cube figure. then the question is, how do you know? Well, it will depend on how efficient the cubes are. But here's a tip for knowing. This could be wrong, so anyone want to write up in the comments box and correct me. What's going on here, I believe, let's say we interpolate that the take point here is 25%, is that when yellow takes the cube, his cube, yellow's recube, is not very efficient. Why is that? Because when he takes it, red's take point is extremely high. If we go back to this tab here, why is red's take point extremely high on a recube? Well, you work out, you do risk over risk plus reward, and you will get this exact figure of 40%. Now, say yellow does take the cube and recubes, what's going to happen is that red is going to be passing as soon as yellow's winning chances hit anywhere over 60%, anywhere near like 65, red is going to be passing. By that you can infer that yellow loses a lot of his efficient cubes since he's not able to cube red in. Therefore, if we go back to the original percentage, we can infer or interpolate that the cube is certainly not completely live and somewhere over towards the dead cube percentage. Now we can see that it's actually nowhere near 34 and it's closer to the live cube situation, but it's still quite a way away from 21.61. We can infer maybe from that usually, as long as you've got one or two opportunities to use a cube, even if it isn't efficient, you're going to be much closer to your live cube percentage than your dead cube percentage. But as you can see, that even where your opponent's recube take point is very high, you're going to lose a lot of the efficiency of your cube, and that's going to push your live cube take point closer to the dead cube. I'm going to finish quickly on, my mouse almost lost me there. I'm going to finish on here. Oh, it has there. Great, good. So what if the score is 3 away, 5 away? So I'm going to guess now, no tricks, that that if yellow recubes us at holding a 2 cube, our take point is much higher. Therefore, he has more efficient recubes. Therefore, he gets more out of the recube. Therefore, his take point is going to be closer to the live cube take point. And I'm going to guess that even if we have a cube, and I'm not sure we do, that yellow is going to be taking. Let's have a look. So it is a cube, and similar figures actually, for what it's worth, although I wouldn't make those two analogous to the situation where we were 4 away and our opponent was 3 away. And if I just click on the dead cube, live cube tab, the live cube take point's 19%. Here he's got 23%, but he's still got a fair wodge of equity left until he's getting to the pass. So maybe the effective take point here is like 21%, but it's still, I believe, a lot closer to the live cube take point than it was when we put it in for 3 away, 4 away. So folks, dead cube and live cube, usually cube is going to be, take points are going to be close to the live cube, but beware for things that can push them away from the live cube take point up to the dead cube take point. Secondly, when you do your match equity calculation, don't be deceived. You're getting the dead cube take point, and you have to make sure that you know your live cube take points as well, and that you can adjust along that spectrum. Beautiful. Okay, any comments in the comments box? Thanks.